Welcome, everyone, to World of Tanks console. We've got Wargaming about to start a stream in about 30 minutes. So we're meeting here early. Don't know what they're going to be talking about, but we'll find out. They haven't had an insider information stream in quite a bit. So definitely look forward to seeing what they've got there for us. On top of that, somebody sent me the Object 272M, the T10. It's got missiles. And I'm wondering if I want to play it or not. Its silver boost is 55%. 50. Of the tanks that I would use. What is this? I have a Conqueror Mark II. That's 55 as well. Ooh. 408 pen. 401. What is this thing? 65% credit multiplier on this? Look at that alpha. 950? Holy moly. So is this basically a Death Star? Hey, Robert. Tampa Bay. Tracer. Missing Phantom. Bleeding. Another Robert. Two Roberts. Zux. Jacob. CRF. What kind of shells does it shoot? AP and heat. $5-meter blast radius. It goes up to 1450. Clock? Let's try this. Let's try this one. I think we want gun rammer, vertical stabilizer, and I think we definitely want ammo swap. Rock crawler? Yes, I know about the rock crawler, you're right. But then you have this thing which has armor on it. My only crew. Oh, it's not my only crew. It's the wrong crew. Oopsies. There we go. Alright, we're gonna give one go in this thing. Hey, Gregory. Now, I'm not a fan of Cold War, but I do want to just give this tank a try. Era 2 has a lot of, like, trolley tanks. Era 1 plays a lot more like World War 2, and then Era 3 is just toxic. Era 2 can be toxic too, but... Oh, do I have any armor? I didn't even check that. Probably should have. Also, let me get World of Tanks. World of Tanks. Modern armor. Up and running for when they start their stream. 23 minutes, it says. Excuse me. Here it is. See if we have more people watching our stream. I'm not paying any attention, by the way. I might die here. I have like next to no gun depression. That's a big hit. Yeah, he's out of here. He's out of here. 1,000 just like that. That is nuts. Oh, did HE? It was for nothing because he took a hit there. Wasn't sure what tank that was. HE still hit him hard. Don't know how much armor the foot cruiser has. But we might just sit back and farm as they push into our base. Cold War, yeah, Cold War's better silver, and they nerfed it by 55% too, and you still make a ton of credits. And it's the only way they can get people to play was by beefing up the amount of silver you get. 1502. Not a missile, so not something you can dodge. I mean, of course you could dodge it if you zig and zag. But we are unfortunately in Cold War, so these guys are going to go straight for capping that base. Not sure where that one went. Oh, I suck. Can't be happy about that. This tank is disgusting. I played terribly. How do I have 1,000 alpha? How do I have 200 pen on HE? I think it's better than the rock crawler. 65% credit multiplier, by the way. Are they all bots? It's called Cold War. So the answer is yes. They're not real bots. They're real people. But they're bots. Dude, that guy we nuked about halfway through the game did almost 10,000 damage. The FV also has 65%. No Twitch stream? Nah. Okay, so we also got sent this, which I would like to give a try as well. You can't take gun rammer. That's fine. Do we even need a vertical stabilizer? Because we've got rockets, right? What's our speed? 51. Power to weight? 14. This increases your view range. Plus enemy detection by 2 seconds. Engine durability, fuel tank durability, and rack durability. That'll be nice when they combine all these into one. That's going to be really nice. I think I'm going to go with speed. I'm going to go with vertical stabilizer. And I'm actually going to go with optics. Something a little bit... I'm going to do toolbox, actually. I'm going to go toolbox. Might seem weird to some. And it potentially is. And now, these HE shells have 120 pen. Give me 5 of those. Give me plenty of these heat shells. 520. Whew. Okay. 55% crew or credit multiplier in this one, so not as much as the BZT. But our missiles, 520 pen, 800 alpha damage. Hey, Steven. Bash and Gregory and everyone else is here. Nataku. Mr. Elenan. Yeah, what happened there was that Bat Chat, first of all, did not fear the gun I had enough. And then that AMX-30 who came in before was relying on his machine gun too much. And he was firing heat. He and the other AMX-30, because there were 2 of them, they were both firing heat into my side. Like the fools they were. If they had just kept their APDS, they would have ripped me apart. So, from what I understand, I don't have much armor, which is perfectly fine. I mean, this is tier 9 armor in Era 2, right? When will they put that update out? Oh, I don't know. We're hopefully going to find out tonight. Hopefully they talk, or today. Hopefully they talk about it. That stream is starting in 15 minutes. 15 minutes and counting. Potatoes everywhere. Welcome to Cold War. I don't think you need vertical stabilizer. I think I was mistaken. This is laser. Look at this. I think we could do both speed, maybe. Get some engine power going. Is this a tier 9? Tier 9 armor. It's the T10, but it's Era 2. And Era 2 is basically tier 13 and 14. But no, this gun handle is disgusting. Good night. Boom. It's a good way to start the game. Boom. Yeah, I'm here. Nope. Bad shot. My terrain resistance seemed pretty good. Because, like, despite only having 14 horsepower per ton, we move around rather quickly. Not as quick as many of these other tanks. Not today, buddy. I knew you were there still. I'm keeping track. I'm remembering. He's got nowhere to run. Oh, I went up a hill. Slope there. Drop some smoke. Get him, leopard. Affirmative. And you thought World War II battles are fast? Oh, they're much quicker here. It's mind-boggling just how quick they are here. This gun handling is insane. I guarantee this tank was not this accurate in real life. Another 300 grand. Imagine if I had doubles going. Alright, what else do we have that we've not used before? Just that Conqueror, I think. I mean, we could try Arrow 1, see what's here. We got nothing at Arrow 1. Arrow 3? I've never used this. 900 Alpha, or 900 Pen? What do we take, Gun Rammer? What else do we take on this? We don't need that. Do we go faster? We go 80? I think we go even faster and we go cam on that. What are the Wargaming secrets? We're going to find out. They're about to stream. Do I have this? I do. Is modern armor worth grinding? No, because you have plenty of overpowered premiums that you get for free. There's no point grinding. I think we go sneakier still. There we go. Now we're sneaky. We're not super sneaky, but we're sneaky enough. And the armor on this is supposed to be disgusting. Like, you have all this layered armor. Where is it all? There it is, see? Look at all this. It's just layers upon layers. You have to get through all of that. Alright, this stream is starting in 7 minutes. You go 80 in reverse? My gosh. I think the thing I'm most impressed with is the 900 penetration. Oh, they spawned me out in the field. I have no commander. Oops. That's fine. Thank you for the catch. Do you think I fear you? He damaged my fuel tank without actually damaging my tank. That's ridiculous. What a bad shot. I shot that so low. Also, I'm not that slow in siege mode. Pen, by the way. Can I just sit here like all game? I take a rocket to the turret ring. Crazy shot, man. What's the point of my siege mode, by the way? Like, my gun seems to do just fine. Okay, there is a difference. It's not much. But it's present. Let's get myself stuck. See anything wrong with that? Dude, that's disgusting. How you ever even manage that? about me, Fran? Why even use siege mode? Oh, look who it is. Look who it is. I mean, 5,700 damage. I didn't even know what I was doing. Move is pretty good. It's still going, getting everything where we want it. It's a very small space. It's a studio apartment. I just want to watch what this thing can do. Because until this heavy and medium show up, I don't think they can do anything to him. They got it. No problem. Us here? Family. We need to get closer to family. More money. I'll take it. All right. Let's see. So here's the stream. Still nothing. Starting soon, they say. Let's do a co-op mode so we can leave quickly if we need to. Opinion about the last update? Oh, right. Autolock. I like how it is, minus one thing. I think it's a good compromise, because I think Autolock is a good feature for the game. But I do admit, being able to lock on from so far away is a bit busted. What they need to fix is the outline. If they bring back the outlines how they used to be, because they removed the outline completely. If you can't autolock, you don't get the outline, which is kind of like dumb. It's like I still should have the outline so I know if I have a shot on somebody. That way it's visual rather than just RBRT. So if they can bring back the outline of targets that I'm aiming at from over 200 meters away, then we'd be in a good place. Alright, now this is just bots. Only bots on my team, only bots on the enemy team. And this is how I can make 4 to 5 million credits in about an hour. Yes, you can sell your commanders and get credits, my friend. entire team is going towards the cap circle, meaning they're probably also going to be going. That's right. Towards the cap circle. Oh, there's a thing in the way. The longer I can keep my trigger pulled, the better. The tank is straight behind us. Gotta go. Oh, there's another heavy, okay. Gotta get around this guy now. Use him as cover. Get close, so he bounces. Does not.
Hello, everybody. Yes, I'm back. Yes, the voice is here. Just about. We've got hot chocolate, we've got more drinks, we've got cough sweets. But Bam's actually going to carry us through most of the stream just so that I don't end up, you know, losing my voice again. Or at least that's the plan.
All good. My vocal cords are primed and ready.
I hope so.
Hopefully you guys can hear me okay, because I know sometimes I got some volume issues.
Well, I did raise all the volumes up slightly, so it should be okay. And nobody's saying that it's too loud or it's too quiet yet, which is normally
Let me know if I need to turn them up or down, guys.
Normally.
Test. Volume test. Yeah.
Yep, all good. There we go. They're all happy. Which is something. It's not often that they all say that they're happy. What cough sweets? No, not Strepsils. I have got Fisherman's Friends Original at the minute. So, yes. How bad was I yelling at Petty? I wasn't yelling at anybody. I've just had a cold. Do you get hot chocolate too?
Sure,
No, all mine.
Sure.
It's all mine. So yeah, had a cold. It was a time. No, I'm not sharing the hot chocolate or the cough sweets or anything else. It's all mine. But we might share some news. Maybe.
Some
possibly.
very meaty news.
So, well, it's pretty meaty. There's definitely a lot to talk about.
Yeah. Very excited once again to be on stream. I know it's been a couple weeks since I was last here. We had a test going on, and we got a lot of other, maybe even tests up and coming that we'll be talking about soon.
We have, and we've got tanks, and we've got sales, and maybe a few updates to quality of life stuff. Maybe even some little tanks trying to sneak their way in and, you know, take center stage next week, maybe, possibly.
Maybe. May have heard a little bit of a hint on that too, perhaps.
Stop stalling, but what if we need to stall for longer because not everybody's here?
600,000 credits, 3 minutes, 51
I mean, according
seconds.
to my number, there's only a couple of you here. There's not that many of you. We should give people a chance to catch up and join in, you know? We've not even spoke about the weather yet.
Well, how is the weather out by you, KB?
Flip-floppy. It either
Flip-flop.
rains
Does that mean
or
it's great for sandals,
okay.
or is it flip-flopping between cold and hot?
Both.
Both.
Right? You go
While
out,
these guys
you
are-
need jackets, you might need a scarf
Are doing their
depending on
thing.
the day.
Again, I don't
You
know
get
how
to
to do it on
midday, you've got to
PlayStation.
take all the
Somebody
layers
said
off
you
and
can do
switch to
it
shorts and
straight in your
flip-flops.
settings on PlayStation. In your garage
Well,
settings. I don't know if
someone
that's true
close
or
to
not because I
us,
don't
yeah.
have a
Our
PlayStation.
mornings are a
But
little
what
bit cool.
I do is
I didn't
go
think
to
today was
co-op,
going to get too
alright, if you're
warm. I
playing
got the
in
windows
co-op,
open right now, but I'm starting
go
to feel
to
beads of
your
sweat coming in as we're
settings here.
nearing
I'm gonna
80
mute them just for a
degrees.
moment while I talk about this. Go to your settings here. Okay, hit settings. I have a whole video on this. Go to account, then privacy and online safety. Then go to Xbox privacy. Then view details and customize. Then on communication and multiplayer down near the bottom. There we go. And then block cross-network play. And so then you're only playing with other people who also have that blocked on Xbox. And that's it. Then put it back to allow, which is what I'm doing to get back into multiplayer games. And that's what you do. That is how you do it. Alright, let's go back to them. Let's go back to what they have for us.
We've been ongoing with this quality of life initiative. This includes not only things that we want to carry you on the journey of what we are developing and working on, but and proposing in terms of what changes we have up and coming for the game in the future, but also trying out actual week-long or maybe even sometimes weekend-long tests where we need the larger sample size of you, the player base, to try out some of these changes.
This is their chat.
Where your feedback, your sentiment is very important, as well as the data that we can collect internally of how it impacts actual gameplay itself. And that, of course, this past week on Tuesday, we launched the auto aim test. Just for context, because I feel that's important, that is when trying to lock on with auto aim any target past 200 meters, the thresholds in which your auto aim can actually magnetize and stick to your target requires your camera reticle to be that much closer onto the physical tank model that you are trying to lock on. Just for the brief context on that, within 200 meters, your auto aim behavior acts as it has always done in the past. So I want to stress, we understand and see a lot of the commentary. It's very divisive. We know that a lot of people love these changes, that this is actually a great improvement, maybe more so in Cold War, maybe great that you don't have TDs auto-snapping, doing their snapshots too quickly. But I want to stress we are also very aware this comes with certain accessibility issues, situational awareness of being able to see your targets on your peripheries a little bit more. Those outlines don't become as present until your reticle is closer to them. We know that this is a muscle memory that so many of us have played the game for the decade long that we have, that it feels wrong that this has been kind of ripped out of the game during this test period. Again, I want to stress this is a test period. This is ending on Tuesday, and we will be talking a little bit about what we see as potential next steps. We will run another follow-up auto-aim related test at an undetermined date in the future. You guys will probably hear it from us here first, either on stream or a portal article, you name it. But again, some of the goals of what we were trying to achieve with the auto-aim, it is to really restrict those snapshots from long-range distances. Auto-aim really is made and intended for more close-range combat, rope-a-dope. If you're in a light tank just trying to get around tanks really quickly, you're a fast, speedy vehicle. You want to keep your aim on your target, but also watch where you're going. It's not really intended to be so highly accurate at long-range distances, and that can lead to a lot of frustration. But one of the things we did acknowledge, and what a potential follow-up test might look like, is trying to decouple where the outlines of your enemy targets in the distance can still be more visible, as they are in the prior to
this will be perfect.
The auto aim test.
This will be
that
perfect.
way you still have better situational awareness, but perhaps the stickiness in which you can lock onto those targets still requires more precise aligning your reticle onto those targets. That's just an option of how we can kind of approach it. I also wanted to stress, let's see, some of the other things that we are looking into as potential follow-ups is maybe accuracy and dispersion. More on that in a later stream, and more details on that, because we are trying to run more internal tests on that right now to see if this is something that makes sense. That way, the behavior that you guys are used to with auto-locking any target at any distance still makes sense, but then there's just a higher chance of inaccurate shots firing when auto-aim is active. But in any case, that's for a stream for another time. More details on that later. Some other things I wanted to talk about just in regards to the auto-aim really quick. Taking in your commentary on the Discord, of course, very important. But some data findings to present to you. I say present, I unfortunately am empty-handed in terms of showing you guys a chart. But
I got all these assets ready for them, and you can't even give me a chart. What is this?
That's on me. I thought about it up until this very minute that we probably could have showed you guys some data. My fault. 2 data points that we were taking a look at, though, was accuracy, percent chance of your shots hitting a target, not necessarily penetrating or damaging. It's very well could be a bounce, as well as percent chance of shots penetrating, those that do deal damage, that break modules, et cetera, et cetera. There is, in fact, a bit of an uptick across the board, all tiers. With the auto-aim test, we are seeing that players are doing a little bit more manual aim and a little bit less of the auto-aim itself. To be expected, quite honestly, but it's good to see a measurable difference in our data that this is making a change. So it's something that's moving in the right direction, but like I said, we are very aware of the accessibility concerns. This is something many players rely on, not just for the snapshots, but just to even align your barrel and your target, align your barrel to your target, so then you can transition into manual and sniper aiming. I want to make that very clear. Like, we want to make sure that that still remains present and important to those that's the adopted game style that you guys have always played. Let's see. The other thing I wanted to call out really quick. Oh, yes, there will be a survey up and coming. I believe it's next Monday or Tuesday when the test does end. While we are collecting your feedback on our Discord channel, there will be a questionnaire survey sent out to collect additional feedback from you, the community. So, yeah, just want to say, a quick thank you to you guys. I know for some, or rather maybe even many, this may have been a frustrating experience for you and what you're used to into the game. But again, as part of our quality of life initiative, we do want to take you guys on part of the development journey. And there will be times we are going to do these week-long live tests because this is an important conversation that we get to have together on this. And I have to admit, even I was taken by surprise of how much that Discord thread really kind of blew up in terms of what you guys thought about this test itself. And that's important. And like I said, we'll continue to provide that transparency, be on here talking about the next steps, what the next test might look like, and so on and so forth. Okay.
So yes, remember for now, get all of your feedback onto places like Discord, and keep an eye out for that survey going live after the test ends next week, because we will be looking for quantitative as well as qualitative data for this one, because it's not just about the numbers, it's about how you guys are feeling with it too.
Yep. Actually, one other comment I wanted to make about this, because I did see this called out in our Discord threads. The call of autocannon tanks and rotary autocannons. There was a sentiment in regards to this auto-aim test is not fixing that problem. And I just want to say that's not the goal. The goal of the auto-aim by no means was to address any of our autocannon tanks and how some of the problematic or feelings about how effective those tanks can be. Those are another thing that we are taking a look at. In fact, we may have a little bit to talk on that front later today. I just wanted to stress that the auto-aim and autocannon tanks, how they kind of pair together in this, is not part of what we're trying to achieve here.
Yes, the autocannon discussion is a different one that is happening in the background.
And the reason that doesn't help is because the autocannons get in close range. Like the T249 likes to get really close to do it, and so it doesn't affect it at all. And so it's an indirect buff.
We're going to be talking about
an indirect buff to all close combat tanks.
Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
Pesky little mosquito of a tank.
But before we get to there, let's just take a minute to recap what else has been happening this week, because you know what, we've had a new tank, there's been a couple of sales, we've got to make sure that everything is covered before we get to the truly meaty variety of spice. I really don't know what I said there. You can tell I've been ill this week.
Well, let's save your voice. I can try to take the role for the next little segments that we have here.
Yes, so talk about the Object 272M, my dude.
Object 272M. Yes, similar to the Tech Tree T10B, but is an upgraded variant due to mounting dual rail ATGM launcher right there on the turret. This gives the 272M a more accurate and reliable 122mm main gun for normal engagements, while having quick access to its secondary ATGM launcher to deal that additional damage. The min arming distance for the ATGMs is at the 100-meter threshold, so you'll want to use these for mid to long range engagements and stick with your primary gun if the close range quarter combat comes into fruition. And if interested, we do have just a little bit of background information here. Originally known as the IS-8, the T-10 entered its service in 1953, yet even as the last in a long line of Soviet heavy tanks, and despite the shift in Soviet military doctrines that led to the T-64, the T-10 here received upgrades that kept it in service for decades. The T-10M variant was the final one produced starting in 1958. Object 272 was the designation for the version of the T-10M developed at the Leningrad Design Bureau and approved for production by Joseph Kotin. Object 272M was the name for a TM equipped with the 9M14 Malyuka missile launcher. There you have it.
I'd rather you say that name than me.
So there's no point to
I
it.
thought I did pretty well. I thought I was going to fumble that one, but
Look,
there was an
you
effort
have it
made.
in the tech tree too.
I would
Here
have
in Cold War,
fumbled
you
that
just
one
get it here.
myself, but as you may have
You
noticed,
just don't have
this tank
rockets.
comes fairly plain. But that's not to worry, because as part of this week as well, there have been, some cosmetic sales. I hope people have been repainting their tanks. Or, if you haven't repainted your tanks yet, hold on for some news about the giveaway, but that's coming later on, okay? So
No,
get on the
nothing
giveaway.
interesting yet.
There might be something that you guys would really like in the giveaway.
Exciting.
I'm gonna link the giveaway for you guys
Very
if you guys want to do it.
But also, on that summer sale, because, end of summer, autumn, because it's autumn, okay?
Oh, wait, you're right. It is officially autumn now, isn't it?
It is officially autumn, yes.
For anyone who wants to
And we're
enter their
British,
giveaway,
so
There
it's
were
autumn.
leaves on the ground on my wall.
it is in chat right now.
Hey.
But yes, there are also Tech Tree tanks on sale, so I'm trying to remember now what the tiers are, and I said them earlier. I know it's Era 2 and 3 are on sale in the Tech Tree, but I'm just gonna cheat and go back to the post that I put up on Friday, because that's definitely got it in.
The accurate notes, yeah.
The accurate notes. There we go. Tech Trees tier 7 to 10 are 30% off as well.
Excellent.
Right. Shall we move on to the juicier bits then? The bits that
Juicier
actually you want
bits.
to be here
Yeah.
for.
There we go.
I mean, yeah. This is the stuff I love to be here for the streams
Yeah,
and
we
talk
got
to you
everybody's
all
here. Everybody
about.
wants to know.
So you guys would recall in this past season, we have done a number of tanks in which we took a closer look and applying various balance changes to.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, strictly, I shouldn't say strictly, because yes, we made a lot of tech tree balance changes over the course of the last couple of updates, but premium tanks as well. And this quality of life rollout is continuing. And today we have a few more tanks that we are sharing some proposed changes that are being run by our super testers. They'll get their hands on with it. We'll get their feedback, and then we'll kind of again come back to you guys to share some of those changes that we might be applying per feedback. And at some undisclosed dates in the future, we hope to actually roll out these changes into the live game, similar to how we had done like the AVRE and the Tehran just a couple weeks earlier. So,
shall we show them the first ones that we're looking at?
Let's take a look at the first three here. We're going to go a little bit light on details for these three for now.
The first three, he says. There we go. And yes, there's more after these people.
The Mantis.
The first three.
Really?
Should be
US
showing
Sexton
for you.
1, SU-76I, and the Mantis. More details on that soon, but I thought we'd go a little bit more in depth on our next two.
So just to clarify, these are some of the tanks that are overperforming. They are seen occasionally as being too good within the community as well. So we're throwing these 3 to you guys so that you can suggest how you would balance them, and then we can take that back to the team along with Super Test and work out what's the best way forward for it.
Yeah.
Just give the Mantis 250
And to be
alpha,
clear,
maybe? I don't know.
let's be honest, per feedback and some review, some of these tanks may not proceed with any changes at all. But these are things that we even, not only just community sentiment that have been called out, like KB said, that these tanks feel maybe a little bit too toxic or provide unfair gameplay. We also see sometimes in our data that perhaps the win rate or the average damage is a higher performer than we would like. So those are also reasons we bring these to attention, but that doesn't necessarily mean we actually make the changes. This is just taking you guys onto the development and the changes that we are thinking on.
Mm-hmm. Now, shall we show them some stats for another one we're looking at?
Yeah, what's our next juicy premium rebalance
our
here?
Next one we're going to take a look at is the Panzer 5.4.
It's a 5.4.
But it's not the last one, so stick around, because there is one more after
because
this.
of the health changes.
Yep.
But no.
So as you guys can see, one of the bigger changes for this one, this has been a popular tank for lower tier play, of course. And one of the decisions we made here per feedback was trying out a higher tier and adjusting the stats to be more applicable as a tier 6 for the Panzer 5.4. So that does include some shot dispersion penalty changes during movements and rotation, a lot of view range, DPM, reload, penetration, you name it. The things that make it effective in tier 6, but no longer the overperformer that it is currently in the tier 5 range. And again, want to stress, these are all proposed changes. No determined date at this time that these are going to be in the live game, and we still need to run this by our super testers.
Mm-hmm. So this...
Then our last one. Unless you got comments on this one.
No,
okay.
I've been quite intrigued by this one, though, to be fair, because the Panzer 5.4 is a weird one. So, have to see how it was
considered OP, no idea.
Up-tiered,
it's overperforming because only good players play it.
But, no, we have one more. It's been called out a few times in the chat already that it needs looking at. So, putting on that these are only proposed stats, we are still going through them, still gathering all the feedback and everything for them. But our final tank for this set of premium tank balancing
better be Rogaldorn.
Is the Weasel MK1.
Who cares?
So currently what we're taking a look at, and we know that this one has been called out many times in the past, but the clip size and the reload, simply dropping its DPM at this time, is the current going proposal, as well as some accuracy changes during its shot dispersion during rotation.
Mm-hmm.
Golly.
So, remember guys, threads like we did last time will all go up on Discord for each individual tank. We will put the...
Yeah, the Broski is much better than the Mantis, in my
proposed stat changes for the Weasel
and
the Panzer 5.4 in them as well.
Because we can see the stats too. The Broski outperforms the Mantis.
If you think they're good, if you think they need more. And also so that you can give your own proposals on what you think should happen to it.
Yep.
And then we will do, as we've just done with the Aviary in Tehran, we will come back to you with another round of something like this. We will put them through super testing, and then once we have a solid picture of where we're going, we will tell you when they will go live into the game, how they go live into the game, and then we will obviously put them into the game. So hold on to all the feedback that I can see going into the chat, and make sure you put it onto the Discord.
I have a sneaking suspicion they can't touch the Rogaldorn because it's a licensed tank, and that's how they licensed it when they sold it. And so they'd probably have to get permission from Warhammer to actually change the stats. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the problem, because they're not even mentioning the Rogaldorn, and they haven't yet. And that's kind of obnoxious.
Initially desired to be included as part of our balance pass during the current going season in Gods of Thunder. these were, for time and resource reasons, on the docket of what we wanted to make changes, but needed to hold off to make sure we give proper amount of attention and time for test before we actually roll these out into the ecosystem. But yes, this balance pass will be a focus on tank destroyers. And we'll just provide just a few examples here. I think, KB, you've got a bit of an asset to share.
I have. It doesn't show all the TDs that we're looking at because there are a couple of other tanks that have snuck in, like the Tiger Moors, although I'm not sure how that tank can sneak anywhere.
Yeah. So here you have it. Centauro, CC 45 ton, alpha increase. That includes for both of its guns. Improved DPM and a reload increase. The E50M improved turret armor. The T114 getting improved accuracy, traverse speed, as well as an improvement to its intra-clip reload. And as KB mentioned, the Tiger Mouse receiving some balance updates. Something you, the community, have requested, getting access to that secondary weapon. Just a little bit more firepower added to the Tiger Mouse. And also, as KB mentioned, various other TDs are also included in this balance pass. But today we're sharing just a select few for you.
Yes, there will be a article just before the next major update comes out on October 7th that details all
super
of the balance
testers should be
changes.
balanced. Tested and balanced. There should be a super test for super
our
testers.
patch notes article. And it will
Should be an
also
IQ test
include tanks like the Kanoning Jagdpanzer III GST term, the T95, the AT15, the ISU 152, and a couple of others.
AT15.
And I think I'm going to tell you now that the E4 is not in the list.
Thank goodness.
Because I can see people calling out to buff the E4, but no, the E4 is not in the list.
Who's calling out buff the E4?
This round.
One person?
This round. But
if the E4 gets buffed again, I'm going to lose it.
Some more updates on another initiative we've been slowly working through and taking you all on the journey for.
Yeah. This really is a meaty stream. I'm still scrolling down. I'm like, oh wait, we haven't even covered this yet.
No, it's very meaty, very meaty.
Armor on the E50M would be really nice.
Yeah. Right. So let's transition. Our next one, as you guys know, we've been taking you on this. I think ever since Tank Fest, quite honestly.
Yes. This
our
has
skill
been since Tank Fest.
Yeah. Commander skills, equipment, and consumables rework, this big initiative. These changes will be coming soon, and we just have some updates, after running through the feedback from you guys over the course of the past few weeks and months, of course.
So
and then Super Test.
From 12 to 10%. How it
you want to jump in?
That's good. Born leader from 10 to 5%, how it used to be. That's good.
Last time we ran through all of this. So there are
nice.
Changes that haven't been made to these images yet. Because
on all commanders now, which is nice.
There are changes that have happened
Off-road
since
driving is taking a nerf. Camouflage is taking a huge nerf. Hallelujah.
So, okay, this is a great example. Let's start with the changes that we have applied per feedback and testing after Super Test got hands-on with a lot of these. Adjusted skills, camouflage expertise. We heard you guys out. We're actually we know we brought it down from 10% to 4%, but we are going to bring that back up to a 7.5%.
Comms expert's going to be really good.
And then additionally here, just on the skill side of things, the 5 of the new and returning skills that we have in the upper left corner.
Deadeye's going to be really nice.
Again, time constraints and resources.
Fire
we had
training is going to be really nice.
With a lot of the work that went into this initiative, there were certainly things that in hindsight required much more detailed attention.
And muffled shot.
And we had to make some calls in which some of these skills we simply would not be able to deliver in time for the next updates, but still on the docket for a future update later down the line. And so we picked out the ones that we deemed as the more niche skills that we understand wouldn't necessarily.
It's funny that you are talking about community manager, because somebody from the streaming community is about to become the new community manager, and it is not a good thing. Potentially, this is still in the works, and it may or may not come to be, but KB, this lady, is going to be changed from community manager to being in charge of the competitive realm, which is not good. If people thought Dave was bad, she's even worse, and they're replacing her from the community manager, and they're replacing her with potentially someone named Hella, who is hell for us, basically. If anyone has ever interacted with her, that is not a good thing.
Issues, of course.
Yeah.
And
then
before they run off onto the equipment, I can see chat mentioning fire, and yes, I am very disappointed that Pyromaniac has not made it for this first wave. That would have made for a sick fire tank crew, because that would have been awesome.
Yeah. Soon, promise, soon.
Soon. I'm gonna keep annoying you, like I've kept annoying you about something else on the list to talk about today.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
But let me pull up the equipment too.
It's
so
not
that you
now.
can
The Hella
tell
being the
them
community
what
manager is not
is
confirmed. It's just being discussed at the
That
moment.
one. There
Are we ever going to get an official date? Probably like 3 days before.
Okay. So
I'm guessing the
again,
week-
very similar
the
to the
Tuesday
camouflage expertise.
after
the thing that we have heard loud and clear
the
from the
season
player
ends.
base and super test, gun rammer.
So we'll probably
This
have
again was
a
another
week
item
in
in which
between.
we are reducing the effectiveness of reload speed from 10% down to 5%. But
Give
now
us
we
two
are
sets of
bringing
equipment. That'd be
we're cutting
great,
the middle
too, because
ground.
so
now.
many people have so
We're
many
going to bring
credits.
that back up to a 7.5%.
She does not have a good track record.
So
No, she doesn't.
reload speed
She's
at a
awful for the
7.5.
game.
Ugh, Jesus,
her ideas are
7.5%
awful.
reload speed buff.
And I'm just going to be honest, and I'm going to throw her under the bus right now. She already hosts tournaments sponsored by Wargaming that she makes the rules so hard to actually get into that usually when she hosts a tournament, there's only 5 teams playing, and 3 of them are her own. She has a monopoly in clans, and she bans certain people so that their clans can't play. And all these events that she runs have cash prizing or gold prizing. In fact, she's done a cash prizing one. And you'd think, oh, that's a conflict of interest, but they don't seem to care. And so her clans win because everyone else is disqualified. It's really, it's bonkers. And so her being community manager is not going to be good. Her being anything is not going to be good.
This with
Lower their
the
audio?
next major update release.
Mine is as high as it can go, so I'll lower
we've
theirs.
heard you loud and clear. Teams have been working very hard.
Here, wait, let me put it back up
and
to where it was.
For the first
And just do it.
30 days of the season, you will be able to respec your commanders for free. And equipment will be priced at 50% off.
Yeah, it is, and she's going to be
When these
potentially
changes
community
take
manager.
place as well, if any skills merge, you will automatically have that spare skill slot unlocked because you've already earned the XP.
She banned
for
you.
it.
She's got a ban hammer.
If it has been
She's quick on
removed
that,
or
and so
made an
it's
inherent
going to be
commander
bad.
Skill, again, that skill slot.
It's
will
going to be
unlocked,
authoritarian
ready for you
with
to
her
put
as the
any
community
skills
manager.
in.
We're
And the
gonna
same
wish
will
we had
be happening
Raybot
for
back.
Equipment, and when the enhanced targeting info gets put back into your tank. as
Hella,
an
yes, she
inherent
streams on Twitch. Yep,
Skill, you will be able to
She's
use
also the
that
one who
full
pays people the
equipment
3 marker
slot
tanks.
as well.
and pretends it's her.
I think that covers everything for how the rollout of these will be happening. I think I saw a few
so.
happy people in there about
Rating tournaments
how
in your
all of this
favor
will
is gross.
play
Yeah,
out,
the
especially
issue
when
is
they're
she
thinking
is a
about their
narcissist,
skills
and so there's a
trying out
chance
all
she
of
doesn't
the
even think she's
new
doing that. She
ones
thinks
that are
she's the
coming
victim.
in,
It's not
and
good.
also the updated ones. So yes, that is how the skills and equipments update will roll out with the next major update.
Yep. One last comment I shall make, because when I talk about muscle memory, we're used to UI, menu items, and the way gameplay handles.
But we're
all
gonna rip her
very
apart. I'm
familiarized
currently,
with
and
things
you guys
over
can do the
course
same.
of
Email
years.
me at
And it's
CloneGuyTV
odd
at
when things get
gmail.com
kinda
if you have
shifted and
anything
changed.
on Hella.
I do have to call
screenshots,
out
things she's
when
done,
this
stuff like
initiative
that.
rolls
Send
out
them
for
to
the
me because I'm
consumable
putting
skills
together a
equipment
portfolio
rework.
to absolutely destroy her.
Be ready when
If
you're going through
it
your commander skill menu.
becomes
Things
clear
are
that
going
they
to be
are
in
going to go
different
through with
orders.
it.
What you're usually habitually used to picking out certain skills, you're going to hesitate. You're going to take a moment to be like, oh, wait a second. Which ones did I want before, or which work well together? Just for some general awareness, because I even caught myself the other day setting up a brand new tank, expecting the enhanced target info box equipment to be in
Oh, they're
there
talking about it.
inherently. I picked 3 equipment slots. Like, oh, wait a second. No. I still get
She's
one
not
more.
yet.
Right.
It's not
Even
been
that's tricking
confirmed,
me
but there's
a little bit.
talks.
Yes, and I've just had an update.
And so
from the team.
I'm-
It will be
I'm
the
just trying to
first
make sure this
28
doesn't
days,
happen.
So the first 4 weeks of the season.
Yes.
And we
Yeah, Funky Monkey, when is the rework? Next season update.
whenever we say the next major update, that usually coincides with the season update too. Usually. Not all the time, but 9 times out of 10 they coincide with each other. And another addition that we're being told is that the Flash Hider, it's no longer reducing the at-shot factor, but decreasing the amount of camo lost when shooting by 35%, so it will be more useful. And for those asking about silver and everything comes back, I am 95% sure, but I'm going to double check, that you will get the refund for any equipment you have brought.
That should be the case.
Should.
Now, for the enhanced targeting info, this comes on the majority of your tanks, so won't get a refund, but for those that you buy in Era 2 and 3, they will get a refund. So anything that you have brought, you will be refunded for. Anything that comes already
Oh, James, she'd
attached
be
to
so
the tank,
easy.
No.
Unless she's purposely
I
changed
do
the way
see that
she
question
streams.
cropping up quite a bit.
Because she is so toxic in her streams, you could just clip everything and send it to me.
Okay,
Like, it'd be so
shall
easy.
we tell them the next one?
This might be the juiciest of news.
Do you think? I think it's the bit afterwards, you know.
You think it's something a little bit afterwards?
Yeah, I think it's something a little bit afterwards. I don't think they actually mind too much about this next bit. It will save my inbox
think this
a bit,
is
though, because you
something
finally
they
acted
want.
on some feedback that we've been mentioning for ages.
Yeah.
Shall we?
All right.
Shall we
Are
show them?
Show.
Yeah, show, not
Let's
tell
show
them. Okay. Work out what we're on about.
I'll let you know in a
from
second. Let me just hear what
this.
they're talking about. Oh my
I also
gosh.
hope that this means
Ranked!
my team behind me is
Let's
publishing the
go!
article so I can spam it in chat. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Can you work
Oh,
it
it's plus
out,
one, minus one.
guys?
It's not ranked.
Anybody?
Oh.
Plus one, minus one.
Okay, they've got it now. Right, you can take it away and tell them
Okay.
what this screen actually means to
Please
them.
don't be a test.
All right. Now, I know everyone's going to kind of excited about this. Really quick, got a caveat and provide some details. This will be, again, part of our quality of life initiative. This is another week-long test that we will be running plus one, minus one matchmaking. For context, for any viewers that may not know this, but I think most of you understand plus one, minus one here. That means, though, any tier in World War II, co-op or multiplayer modes, you can expect matches to include tanks that are no more than one tier higher or lower than your selected tank tier. We understand that, yes, this has been a highly requested feature over the last few months and years. We have made, the reason we are running tests now, we have made some improvements to our game and server performance that could better support plus one, minus one matchmaking. Our initial step here is just exploring plus one, minus one matchmaking in a live test. This allows us to measure the performance of factors that would impact whether this change
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
would be positive
They've done it before and
for
did nothing
all
with it.
players.
And then they
There
introduced
are a
Cold
few
War.
factors that we will have to be monitoring during the week of this plus one, minus one testing. That includes server capacity, and this doubly goes for those in the EU clusters. Wait times in queue. We want to be sure, does this increase wait times drastically? Does it stay on its same averages now? Increase of bot tanks in matches. We know
Let us wait
that
longer
a
in
lot of you
queues.
asked
Let us
that we
wait
do
twice
something
as long in
about
queues. Who
having
cares?
less bots
You're
added
already
into
in
the
queue for
matches.
7
Can
seconds,
we
and
do
then they
something
load you
about
up with
getting more
bots.
wait time in the
Allow me
queues
to
when
wait for
players fill
14
in?
seconds so I
It's a
can have a
juggling.
full lobby.
We want to see what this does for bots being increased or whatnot in matches itself. General matchmaking efficiency during off-peak hours. Let's be honest, a lot of people we know play during their after hours, after work and on weekends, but we also have an audience that their life schedule only allows them to play in the wee hours of the night. Plus one, minus one could have very detrimental effects and impacts to their gameplay and experience. Those are just other factors that we need to monitor. But lastly here, and most importantly here, of course, sentiment. community sentiment from you guys in terms of, are we doing this right? Because I'd love to hear if there are reasons that you guys feel like this is MOEs regarded or certain medals. We know there are
Testing
certain
us for 4
achievements
years.
in the game that are
They
actually
did +1,
tied
-1 tests
to
before
-2.
6.0. 6.0 was
Solvable
Christmas
things
of
into
2020.
the future.
It's
But
been
again,
over 5-6 years they've been
taking in
testing it.
your guys' feedback, whether it's on the Discords or here on the
Yes, mirror
stream chat,
matchmaking needs to go away.
here as well, of course. Very important to how we determine going forward with this in the future. And then very important here, if any problems arise while we are running this week-long test, and any of the listed above factors that we are monitoring tend to become problematic, we may have to end the +1, -1 test early and revert to our standard matchmaking. That's just kind of covering our butts a little bit in case we notice something going sideways with the live test itself. And yes, I'm seeing it asked into the chat. I realized we did not talk about the time frame of when is this week-long test happening. You can look forward to the +1, -1 matchmaking test starting this Tuesday.
Tuesday.
And it will go
Let's
until
go.
the end of the following.
It's only a week though, but
So that will be starting after downtime on Tuesday and running through till the restart on October 7th. So I think we give chat a minute to just digest all of that. It is a week-long test. The team have done a lot of work behind the scenes for better supporting +1, -1. There will be Discord threads going live on Tuesday.
they have to do
about it.
+1, -1
It's a
permanently.
week-long
It's the
test
only way
from
they're ever going to
Tuesday,
save
and
their
it
game.
will run for basically until the restart on October 7th. So I think chat's calming down a little bit now. Hopefully nobody's keyboard set on fire during all of that. Because I could hear some of the typing from you guys, like, damn.
Tactical potato. No one's digesting. Everyone's dancing.
So,
I mean, here too might have been missed by you.
But that's not all that's coming in on Tuesday, is
Yep,
it?
live streaming Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and I'm also streaming today.
But wait till there's more.
There's
Because of
more,
this.
and
Yesterday
we did
and Wednesday I was
mention
sick.
back
Today I'm still kind of, you can
again
probably
at
hear it.
Tankfest that there would be
And then tomorrow we're going to
addition
stream
to
as
the
well. It
US
will be
tank
a
tree this season.
tank request stream if people want to take it,
And, well,
request tanks.
we've only got 1 week left, so I think we're kind of going to have to give it to them now, aren't we?
It's our only option at this point. We're cornered and have to release these tanks.
We're gonna have to maybe show them what this little addition to the US lines are. Let me just make sure that I've got the right image ready, because there's
Cold War?
unfortunately
You don't need
no
to grind
little
any
video
tanks
for
in
these
Cold War.
guys,
Just get the
but
premium
they
tanks in Cold War.
surely will
Sometimes they're
steal
free.
your hearts
You don't need
because,
to
oh
you don't
my
need to
days,
play
they're just
or unlock
adorable.
any tanks in Cold War. Just get the premiums for
They
free,
are.
and you can play
They're
any
just adorable.
era.
Look at these guys. They're just adorable, right? Anybody else
they're-
think that they're adorable? Is this just me?
Gotta love our low tier,
Man.
smaller tanks.
Low tier, smaller tanks. These will be tier 3 to 5.
Correct. Starting with our tier 3, we got our T65M GMC. Some background information here. Early efforts to develop self-propelled guns
Commander
using
mode,
the
I do.
chassis of the M5 light tank were unsuccessful due to the chassis small size. However, interest in SPGs as anti-aircraft measures remained. And so in 1941, work began on a vehicle using the M5 chassis that had been extended with a third bogie. Bogie? The vehicle mounted twin 40mm guns and was given the designation of the T65 gun mortar carriage. Testing was successful, but the retirement of the M5 from production complicated its approval. Moving up in tier, we got our T85M GMC. This is our tier 4 light tank. In 1943, development work began on both the T18 and T19 gun mounts. Each of these two mounts would feature 4 20mm guns for anti-aircraft use. The T-18 would be fitted with guns manufactured by the Oerlikon, while the T-19 would use guns for the Hispano-Suiza. The projects for the vehicles that would equip these mounts were canceled later that year. However, both the T-18 and T-19 were given new life in 1944 when they were fitted to the same chassis used for the T-65 gun motor carriage. The vehicle with the Oerlikon gun mount was designated for the T-85. And our last cute little low tier, well, now we're getting to the mid tier a little bit. The tier 5.
I don't think
M19A1 MVC.
I just wait. That one will come on sale.
Tier 5
one
light
will
tank.
be free, in fact.
In 1943, the U.S. Army began development work on the T-24, successor to the M5 light tank. Projects that have been developed with the M5 as their foundations were revised to incorporate the T-24.
For $6,000.
And in May 1943, a design was approved for a vehicle that would fit the twin 40mm gun mount from the T-65 to the T-24's chassis. Initially dubbed the T-65E1, the vehicle went through testing and received changes. The final design was approved as the M19 gun motor carriage in June 1944, shortly before the T-24 became known as the M24 chassis. So there you have it. New tech tree line. Yes,
well,
U.S.
I
light.
wouldn't call it a line. I'd maybe call it an expansion.
Fair enough.
Goes to tier 5. So.
And the article for these cute little tanks will be dropping on Monday morning, 10 a.m. UTC, because we've got another tank to show everybody that will be taking center stage after the stream, and is also part of today's giveaway.
Oh. So you're saying there's more?
There's more. Now, do people want to see what's in the giveaway and then we talk about the tank? Or do we talk about the tank, then show you the giveaway? 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 Okay, we'll do giveaway first.
It's amazing how toxic this chat is.
Because it's going to tell you what the tank is anyway.
Yeah, on a Monday.
So, this is what 2 lucky players are going to be winning today. Now, the Covered in Fur and the Wash Tech are actually because of... Which day is it next week? It's something to do with animals.
Isn't that what I was just saying?
So we've got the Wash Tech and the Covered in Fur camo, both of which will be available next week in the store as well.
No,
but
not quite.
We've also got a brand new tier 10 with its own skin.
Oh.
This thing, I guess.
So, we'll switch over to... take that one.
Yeah, I only have the cheap one too, I think.
There we go. Lovely little picture of the tank. Callan can finally change his name. Yes, he can. He really can. So Callan,
but yeah, if you're patient,
the reference is
Nataku,
one of our Discord members, and
they'll release
February
one eventually.
has had his Discord
probably
name
even next
as
season.
Where is BZ71?
For the cheap pass.
Okay, got the context now.
Well, the BZ72-1 is now here.
All
French
right.
tank?
So yes, Chinese BZ72-1 Tier 10 Heavy.
He's gonna act like an idiot.
In the 1950s, the Chinese school of tank building began to move away from copying foreign designs to creating something new. A deterioration in relations with the USSR led to the increase in proportion of their own developments, which, despite their external similarity of Soviet models, had Chinese origins. Work on the BZ72-1
All these premiums that they're
began in the late
releasing, they could build more
1960s.
tech trees.
An interesting feature of the
100%
vehicle was its jet boosters, which were supposed to improve crossing capacity in difficult terrain. In addition, an auto-reloading mechanism was planned to be used. However, due to the high cost of production, the Chinese leadership opted for more mass-produced medium and light tanks, and no prototypes were actually ever built.
Very tiny.
Some other interesting points about the BZ72-1 does mount the rocket boosters, which you can activate to give yourself an instant speed boost and use tactically, as you only have 5 usages during any given match. Well-armored turret with 35 millimeters of effective armor that will block most rounds that you encounter.
35
well-sloped
millimeters
frontal
of armor.
hull armor, providing around 280 millimeter of effective armor
centimeters.
protection.
So
And, of course, has adequate side armor protection for side scraping. All of this armor, of course, allows it to play on the front line very effectively.
It's tier 2.
On the firepower side, mounting a 560 Alpha 130 millimeter gun with good penetration and over 2,220 base damage per minute.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think you had mentioned something about a tank skin, Katie?
Yes, so it does have a skin. Now this skin, once you pick up the tank,
Don't really care about the skin. But yeah, they should do what they did on PC. In fact, they're allowed to copy PC. They can do exactly what PC is doing. And they could have been. And they used to. This game used to be a few weeks, and in some cases a few months, but they were slowly catching up to PC. But our version of the game was more polished. So PC would get something, then a few months later we would get it, but it would be more polished. And yes, even the PC players said console was a better game because of that. We could have continued to just copy PC. I'm glad we didn't completely, because I loved War Stories, I loved the Motherland, I loved the giveaways they started to do. That was all good stuff. But that could have been in addition to copying PC, because at the time it was. Then they said, screw it, we're doing our own thing. And that's when the game has really fallen apart.
Now, the Wojtek is, and the Covered in Fur, is because... Oh, what day is it next week? I've seen it all week that it's some form of animal day.
Is it National Birds Day?
No, it's World Animal Day.
World Animal Day.
It's World Animal Day. So the animals are coming out. If you want to stock up on the Covered in Fur camo, go for it. There's also going to be a bundle for the kitty cats, because, you know, people like the kitty cats. The panda camo set, as long with the green snake and the blue snake camo sets from Lunar New Year
Beaver
earlier
week.
in the year, also make a return.
Every day and every week and every month is some kind of week, month, or
And
day.
there's going to be some
Okay.
words. Emblem bundles as well. One with a bunch of doggos in, and another with lots of different animals in. I can see a snake, I can see a fox. That looks like an eagle, so there's plenty of animals. How do you pronounce the skin's name? Let's not even go
Yeah,
there,
it's a
'cause I
tier
haven't
10,
tried
they
it.
said.
Unless Bam wants to try. Bam can try for all I care.
You know what? I think my voice is starting to act up now too.
None of it matters unless
Oh,
fixed
there we
Wouldn't
go.
you know?
True.
According to Mr. Chaos, it's not just World Animal Day, it's the 100th anniversary of World Animal Day. So why don't we have more dogs? The world needs more dogs. But anyways, moving on. There is, of course, your normal weekly chest earn
100%.
challenge, where it's the winner's circle, where you either win or place in the top 5 XP earners on your team 50 times. You've seen that one before. All's good there. The Gods of Thunder season is starting to wind down, which means it's the season send-off time, which means if you want a few extra chests, you can get 10 at 75% off. We've also got a new on track coming in, which is the IS4, which means the wallet savers get refreshed to the MBT70 and the KV4 by Krez. And also, because these ones do get asked occasionally, there will be the silver bundles returning to the store for the week, which is filling the vault, jackpot, and pocket change. So I now think that covers everything for next week. Plus all the updates that we've got to get.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh, this was quite the loaded stream.
It
And
was.
then I believe yeah, I think next week we have another loaded stream, and
We do
am
have
I
another
back on the
loaded
docket?
stream. You're back with me again. Hopefully the voice keeps
All right.
improving. And yes, next week's stream's actually looking a bit dark.
Ooh.
Not
Is it because
sure.
we're leaving the summer months here?
Yeah, absolutely. It's all because summer's ending, autumn's coming in. We've passed the equinox, which means, you know, those nights are going to get longer, the days get shorter, and all you want to do is wrap yourself in a blanket and sit there drinking hot chocolate. No? Just me?
So what do we take away from
I
this?
agree. I think that's a really good call.
some useless tanks.
I like how we
getting
started the stream
changed.
about the hot chocolate side of the story,
Plus one,
too.
minus one being tested.
Nice
again.
cap off.
I do actually need to get myself more hot chocolate.
And
I've drank that
then this, which we already knew about.
Extra boost to
Which they're still not telling us when it is.
Anyways, chat, I think we need to get a wheel out, don't we?
Spin the wheel time.
We need to
they're gonna do
spin
the
the
giveaway.
wheel
Did any of you guys?
and find out who's getting.
Did
that
any of you guys
lovely
enter the giveaway?
bundle that's still up.
It's 2 winners, you said. Yes?
I think
Two winners. They
I think
get
it's too late if
everything
you haven't
that's
entered
shown on
already.
screen.
But there it is again.
Did I get tickets for the NFL game? No.
Excuse me.
I don't really follow NFL. I am seeing Percy Jackson the musical next month, though. If anybody knows what
Pref,
Percy Jackson
last time
is,
they did
obviously.
plus one, minus one. Pref tanks got plus 0, minus 1.
I've never read the books. I'm aware of it, though. Never got into it, though.
Don't tell me you're
Matchmaking's
only
killing
a
you?
movie
Yeah.
watcher, Bam. We might have problems.
No. Let me put it this way. I do need to read more. Ever since we moved, my train commutes are a lot shorter, so I don't get a whole lot of reading.
We have
time
half
like
the
I
people
used to.
watching us. That's hilarious.
That's on me. That's something for me to figure out.
I've always wanted to see the musical, and whenever it's been about, it's always been in London. And for the first time that I've ever seen, it's coming up to where I'm living. And yes, I've got to go. I've got to go. As soon as I saw tickets, I was like, yes, done. Where's little sister? You coming with me? We're going.
Hello.
And then I also have tickets to see Sabaton in December for the complete flip side.
Oh,
Mercy.
wow. Nice.
Thank you. Sabaton.
Right,
Dude,
but
okay,
now that this is
Sabaton
loaded,
came to
there
my
we go.
local
We've got new
town
colours this week, chat.
When I was living in Worcester, Massachusetts, they were
'cause
coming.
I was curious
Well, Skillet was
about
coming to
what
town, and Sabaton was
Yeah,
opening for
so
them
We've got yellow, blue,
in my little
orange,
town. It was too
dark
expensive, so I couldn't go,
orange, and green.
and I was
Oh,
so
and pink.
sad. But Sabaton
Ooh,
and
yeah.
Skillet, can you
I'll go with
imagine?
pink.
You're going with pink. I would go with
I'll
pink.
go with pink.
Pink is fabulous. Just checking to make sure that all the names look good. Because sometimes we do get one or two that accidentally put their email addresses
What a
into
combination.
the gamer tag section, and we can't have those email addresses showing up on stream. There we go. Right, are we ready, chat?
Oh, they have 340 people watching on Twitch. Thank you,
Are
Humble.
we ready? Are we steady? Okay, let's go.
Who's it gonna be?
Ay, it was pink! It was pink!
Sure, 7. Are you in this chat?
And our first winner is Tank Destroyer 07, and it was pink, so yes, okay.
Meant to be.
I'm a wheel whisperer today, chat. Oh,
We got one more.
got one more. Who else is gonna get lucky?
I'm going with yellow this time.
Sweaty
It's pink
Punja?
again.
I don't recognize
Should've
that in
stayed.
these people. But that's
And
it.
that is going to Sweaty Punjai. Yes, chat, I can see you saying it's rigged. But I think
Rigged!
today the wheel was just favouring me. Maybe it was feeling a little bit sorry for me after being ill for most of the week. You know, maybe. Possibly. But congratulations to you both. Those will be auto-magically added to your garage once everything is updated.
Alright, closing them out. Closing them, gone. Get out of here. Get out of here. Well, what do you guys think of that? +1, -1 is kind of the only thing there. And I think the news that I dropped about the community manager is probably a bit bigger than anything they dropped. But again, we're going to keep an eye on that. None of it is confirmed. It is simply through connections I have into Wargaming, because I do know people who do like me and don't tell people they like me and tell me these things. And that is what is being planned. But I want to finish out today with just a couple games. I'm so close to getting this tank done. I have 13,000 more experience to go, and then it's done. And then I'm going to call it there. Because the tier 10s are on sale right now. And I don't know when that sale ends. I forget. I think it's Tuesday. So Monday being the last day. So I want to make sure I take advantage. No XP booster? I don't need it. With just 13,000 experience to go, I may as well play the tank 4 or 5 times. It's not a bad tank. I'll use it on tanks I don't like, or when I'm stock. I usually try to save it for when I'm stock, or just want to get to a tier 10 as fast as I can. Like when somebody's like, hey, you need this tank for competitive, like that's another reason I'll do it. But otherwise, I save my XP boosters. Teethbreaker and Tusk. And T249. My gosh. The VZ Tank Destroyer, get it fully upgraded. The gun on it is really good, but that's all it's got is a gun. And so it's going to be all about setting up. I think the tank itself is not particularly good. Again, because all it has is a gun. But because it is a good gun, that means it is functional and it is usable. And so it is going to be all about setting up. But with Modern World of Tanks, where do you set up, right? You think I'm going to be 1 versus 10? Wouldn't be surprised. Well, this is a good map for this tank, too. The issue being they have so many other light tanks. But man, I've been grinding this line forever. Remember that 2 versus 7 video I posted like 7 years ago? That was in the tier 8 version of this. I'm not going to go further than this yet. For that reason. Because I suck. Alright, we want to go up this hill. Up and zig. Up and zig. Too bad I missed. Why was our chieftain there? I don't know. Anyway. We did not take the city at all. This is so bad. I'm so bad, apparently. Not as bad as this guy, though. What was that play? What was he thinking? Now they have one more light tank for me to worry about. And then the map is mine. There he is, he's still full health. The issue is map control right now. We have none. My team hasn't left the base. Ruthless is still healthy. Trying to creep on their tusk. That Kronvong dies, I can take those bushes up there. Which will be big. It's definitely needed. Yeah, it's because they play more like mediums. Is why that was such a big nerf. If I can kill this Ruthless, or this Dragon. Oh, that was such a straight shot. There we go. Too little too late, I think. No map control, like I was saying. They still have a tusk. Activate food, just hopefully spot him first. Didn't mean to knock those trees down, I slowed way down. The tusk is up there. They have a tank unaccounted for. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't know who or where he's gonna be. There he is. Found him. Oh, he's coming this way. What a sneaky guy. I didn't see that coming. Attack, he says. What are you gonna do? Go down after that guy? Heck no. Come back up. Look at all these bushes we can use. Imbecile. That's really disappointing. That's so disappointing that he's playing like this. That's a high roll and a half. Just this tusk needs to die. Yo, lucky man. The juke? I'm so upset that my gun keeps missing. Oh, if I didn't get tracked. Oh, wait, can't wait to see how fantastic my team played. Attack, he says. We lost to this guy. Anyway, 1,700 experience. Not too shabby. It's enough. It's enough. Also, T49 with the derp gun on PC now has 400 pen. Sorry, not 400, 200 pen. Don't know where 400 came from, but 200 pen. And a Gula and an EBR 90. Ooh, an actual good matchup for this poor tank. Hey, Gler. See ya, donor. Is that how you say your name? I'll just call you Kebab. Alright, we're gonna do a quick pass. Quick pass up top. I think that was worth it. Still targeted and I don't like it. It's a defender, huh? This guy shouldn't see me, but he might have friends who can. Slim shot on that lower part. I mean, I think we can just go through the side of his turret too. But... Don't mind me, sir. I want to have some shots too. T92 is dead. Where'd he die? The Gula. They still have both light tanks. Tiger Mouse is in the open. Go for his engine. Big hits. See, we were still able to auto lock on him there. It's because we put our cursor directly on him. Tank backs up slowly. One shot for him. I'm not there anymore. Oh, that's... Where'd the ZBR go? He just zipped away. Zipped and dipped. What I don't like about that ice skin is you can't tell what gun he's using. Ah, don't mind me, sir. Free damage, just free damage. AT-15 somewhere. That's a good one. 500,000 free XP, according to the post. Oof. You think E50M will become the ET1? Am I lagging or is it the stream? Let me check. When my mouse comes back on. I can let you know. Oh, come on, mouse. There we go. It could have been me. It says I've dropped 500 frames in the last 2 hours. So if that was just happening a moment ago, then it was me. Otherwise, I don't think it was me. 5,000 experience. Yeah, that was a pretty good game. We played it patiently. Took an early spot to start and then played patiently. 6,000 more experience to go. 2 or 3 more games, guys. So long as they're wins. I don't play Era 3 enough, but as far as YOLOing and then them getting away goes, that is very frustrating when like 2 or 3 of them just YOLO into the team and then get away. The problem with Era 3 is that there's so much spaced armor and so much speed that happens far too often. And so that is not a good thing. That's why I avoid Era 3 like the plague. I think it's basically like Mos Eisley. You'll never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy. It's basically Era 3 is like Reddit, but for tanks. So I don't like doing Era 3. I do Era 3 in co-op to farm credits quickly. That's the extent. And what you missed, +1 -1 is coming back on Tuesday for a week. They're going to be testing that. That's kind of the big thing. The only really big thing that they talked about. Everything else was things that they talked about before or involved low tiers, really. Tiger shark. he won. He took my spot, man. I guess we both thought of it, that's all. Missed. He snaps it. That sucks. Because he hadn't fired yet, silly me. Dude, he's playing way too bold. Why isn't he getting punished for that? Our 140 should have punished him really hard there. Now I can't even sneak on this guy. Alright, if that's what you want to do, I'm just going to find a position to kill you, buddy. He's just following. Go away! You're not doing anything. Is he going to come back? He's freaking coming back! Get a life. Gotta YOLO the clone guy. Gotta YOLO the clone guy. How about you get sound of fire? Yeah, what's it like? You're really bad. Idiot. Dude, he was. That was a straight up... He literally was following me. All he wanted to do was kill the clone guy. An absolute turd. Oh, it missed. The Tron is right there. Ah, he was. Look at that. Gotta kill the clone guy. I have to play so carefully. He's a one-shot for us. We could send it on him. Might be the play. Oh, we don't even need to. This time I was facing the proper way to actually escape. He's coming over. Look at him. Look at him. He's coming. But I'm not going to be there anymore. You can get a fire here, maybe. Nice. Missed. Nice. Let's go. Highlander's slow. But I'm not quick enough. Nothing we could do there. Our team was just dead. So here's a tip about 12 hit points. When you're a one shot, you have to just sit there and let the enemy make mistakes. You can't trade anymore. So it's all about the enemy making the mistakes. That IS-7 letting me shoot him and set him on fire was his mistake. That's why I got damaged there. And that was basically my game from then on. If that makes sense. I wasn't able to carry and win the game because I didn't have the health. And I don't even think if I had the health, I would have been able to either. But it's all about no more mistakes from you. Just sit back and let them make mistakes. But here he is. Look at this guy. That was so funny. He was going back and forth on the ridge as I was too. And then he came up and over. But yeah, the Mantis. The Mantis was another thing they said they're going to nerf. So, weird. A win, a good game, and a win here, and I should be done. And we'll have the tier 10. Let's see. There he is again. He didn't go into another game. And all that time, he waited for that one to end. So whoever said stream sniping has nailed it. Dang it, so I can't do the play I want to make then, because he's just going to push into me. We're going to put it to the test. Let's put it to the test. I'm still going to make the play. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and see if he's stream sniping or not. But this will confirm rather quickly if he is. We're going to go up to here. E7 is exactly where I want to be. Do we need platoons with accountants? Tomorrow. Doing that tomorrow, actually. He probably, his camo's too good. We can't see each other, but he's there, I can guarantee it. The fact that he hasn't been spotted on the other side. Yep. Moth to a flame. That's 2. You only got 3 left. You got 2 left. You got 1 left. Now what? You're out. Oh, he's got 1 more. Okay, well. Easy. I totally outplayed that idiot. Brought him way out of position. Told him where I'd be. Wasn't actually there. Pulled him across no man's land. And now they have no light tank. What a fool. He had 6 shells, not 5. Now I know. Wasn't quick enough to get to him. Imagine stream sniping and being in a tank that can clip out any light tank at the same tier it wants to, and failing that badly. Twice. Fortunately. Just gotta wait for them to make mistakes. Nice. Once again. Yak Tiger's still full health. We're doing a good job on this side. We've killed their light tank, and we're putting in damage into these other two guys. Three guys. Oh. Another has joined the mix. Two E3s. Oh, nuts. He pounced. Yak Tiger's got to put one more shell into him. No shot, he says. Well, I can't shoot him 3 times. I'm gonna die. Great. But I'm gonna try. It's the only way we win. Missed. I need you to not miss him there. I have to play him around the Rosie. Let's go. Get your arm around Mr. Bar, friend. get your gun down. Now, where's the super conch? You think he's still up there? There's another E3. There he is. That's what I was afraid of. We can't push this then. Not with a super conch and an E3. I think they're gonna try though. My last two teammates. Yeah, they're gonna try. There's some free damage. If you're gonna do it, you gotta do it quick. Okay. Gotta get a cross going. It's been a blast, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a blast. Oh, he hits it. I even turned on him. The old Conway sound? I don't. I assume it was more meaty. Man, we're playing so hard. But we just can't win. We won that one game, but it was a landslide. But to be doing this damage in a light tank, tier 9 specifically, is not how it's supposed to be. 4,000 more. 4,000 more. Only so much we're allowed to do. I don't see the stream sniper this time. Gave up, I think. They have 2 manticores. How random is that? He's already aiming, huh? +1, -1 is really good. That's really good. Already still aiming at me. Fuel tank. Didn't hit it, but get him out of the game. Tried to retract him. Type 5 said good night. There's that engine. Fired. Horsey's here, big gun. Type, watch out. Very good. Now Type, if you come this way, there's a board stick with your name on it. Get him. Get him. Yeah. Action next guy. Where's this light tank, huh? There he is. Oh, I could have gotten the ranger. I wanted that manticore. Which way is he facing? He fired. Doesn't matter. Oh! I like the gun on this thing. It's really nice. That's gonna... Yep, that's gonna finish it. 4,000 experience made. 24 experience extra. Nope, never mind. Let me grab that game. You can go highlight his name. I mean, we can do that. Okay. One sec though. I'm gonna grab this. So this is the WZ 132A, and let's go all the way back to the beginning. Because honestly, this whole session was really good. His name is Icy Cool 4324. He's a Cold War player. And low tier player. He doesn't do the higher tiers. He sucks at the higher tiers. He just does Cold War. And then he also does the A little bit of the Panzer 1C. A little bit of the KV2. Yeah, he doesn't do high tiers at all. So that means he was pulling that tank out specifically for me. What a guy. What a guy. All right. I'm playing a stream sniper. I wish. The problem is we lost both those games. Though we did kill him twice, so I might use those. Let's do one more game. I want to play the tier 10, and then we're going to call it a day. It's on sale, which is why I want to finish this out. Bada bing, bada boom. The question is, vertical stabilizer or not? Like, that's the real question. That's why he has it? Yeah, he got it for free, but he doesn't play it. He was only playing it today to get into my games. I think we're going to do no optics. Do I like the 113? I love the 113. No, I haven't played it since all the other 120s now have the same alpha. 280 heat pen. We'll take 5 of those. We'll take 3 of these. Now, we're going to make this tank invisible. Do I have any camouflage? I don't. I do not. Okay, why don't we make the green tank look more green? Works for me. I love how they ask you, are you sure you want to apply it? But if, right here, they ask you again, if you're sure. But if you're paying with gold, they don't ask you. They will not ask you. I'm serious. Let me find a tank that I will put camo on, just so you can see. This is for science, just so I can show you that it does not ask you. Here, we'll do this one. Watch this. Blue Summers, more common. Ready? No question. It doesn't ask, are you sure? Like it does when you're doing vouchers. It just takes your gold. That has to be on purpose. There's no way that's an accident. I still have 477 view range, 269 camouflage, 36 horsepower per ton, decent terrain resistances. I go 68. 7 seconds reload. Alright, Sheridan is my light tank to beat. Good map. He's got more view range than I do. I have more camo than he does. Hey, G-Man. Anything interesting? +1, -1 is coming back on Tuesday for a week. They're going to test it. And there is consideration for it to be permanent. I'm glad he wasn't a PlayStation player. I hate you guys enough. Yeah. The playstyle. Most PlayStation guys are fine, but PlayStation is more likely to play artillery. Case in point. And YOLO. And I'm not sure why that is. I'm going to try to make it to this bush. I don't think I'm going to make it there, but we're going to try. I don't really have snipers. This guy's gonna die, and then they're gonna be like, okay, we're safe. Because they don't know I'm here. Piggy. +1, -1, get rid of co-op. No, get rid of I think he meant Cold War. Get rid of Cold War. At least that's how I would do it. E4 puts a shot in. Oh, I've got 2 E4s. Hey, G-Man, come on, put a shell in for me, buddy. Pop it into him. Nice little ammo rack. They're getting too close now. I'm not going to get the spotting. Shadows back there too. There we go. How about that 4005? You missed! Come on, somebody's gonna be able to hit this guy. Good alpha on this one. What the heck? Nice. Good shots. That bounce off. Sniffles, boys. There we go. Little by little. Now I can go back to finding this 4005. Oh, I found a Foch. Found a 4005. That's random. As all heck. Yep. This game was getting close, but they just threw all their health away, just like that, in a blink of an eye. Unanswered too, at that. 4005 is still back there. Yep. I think that was the Death Star that just bounced off that guy. Oops, I broke my cover. that. This gun is incredible, by the way. That was close. That was really close. Gotta load up your flamethrower. You missed. Right over the top. Oh! It is interesting to me that Wargaming said there's not enough players to split matchmaking. That's why they didn't introduce +1 -1. And then with 6.0 they introduced 4 different playing queues. They have co-op. They have World War II multiplayer, World War II co-op, Cold War multiplayer, and Cold War co-op. There's literally 4 queues to enter, and plenty of people are playing co-op. In fact, a lot are, and that's one of the big problems too. I'm happy with that game. Bambus just wasn't spotting enough. He did a good job actively, but he wasn't spotting deep enough. He's kind of doing that just up and over again and again. Oh, you missed. I imagine that. I thought you were in a good spot. This poor team. This guy got some damage off of me, but he did nothing. He went 100, poor guy. The other 4,005. The Foch. Oh my goodness. A lot of zeros. I like this gun. Is very accurate. But I think that is where we're going to call it today. Getting my W8 back up. 4,900. Woohoo. 9,000 W8 today. 9 battles. 11,100 average W8 in my WZ132A. I'm averaging more damage in it than my tier 10. Of course, I only played one game into tier 10, but nice stuff. And lastly, I just want to see what 8,000 damage does for the Mark of Excellence. 4%. Okay. But now, I have all the tracked light tanks at tier 10, the tech tree ones. I do not have the Wheelie Boy yet, but we have all these. Vroom, vroom, vroom. I think the WZ I'm going to like plays more like a medium, I think. I like medium hybrid. But today was an interesting stream. We had plenty of people here watching, reacting to the Wargaming stream that we tuned into. Not much interesting things happening there, but we did learn about +1 -1 coming out on Tuesday for a week for a test. Let's hope that it stays. If you like +1 -1, make sure you let them know. I want them to have positive feedback on that instead of just negative feedback from people who don't like it. So let's be louder if we like it than those who don't, for sure. And then it will probably stay. But yeah, what's my favorite light tank? At tier 10, probably the Manticore. I like the sneaky playstyle. It's really fun. But the thing about tier 10 light tanks is every time I pull one of them out, I love it. It's like, oh, I forgot. Like the Sheridan, I forget just how good the gun is and how much it behaves, even though it's big. The Panzerwagen, I forget just how incredible it is at driving around. The AMX 13105, a 3-shot autoloader, absolutely crazy. The T100 LT with its insane speed and low profile. And now this WZ with its high alpha and incredible accuracy. It really depends what tank I'm playing, but overall, probably the Manticore. But then in the entire game, that's an easy one. That's an easy answer. The Holland Hound. For me. Would it be balanced matchmaking on the W8 with players in individual tanks, not just as players W8 alone? Potentially. I think they just need to... we don't have the player base for skill base at all. I think just spread the teams. Call it a day. But that's just my take. Anyway, guys, thanks for coming out. Hope you enjoyed the vid. Slap that like button, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Stay tuned. Tomorrow we have another live stream where I'll be platooning up with you guys, and we'll be taking tank requests. I look forward to it, and I hope you guys look forward to it as well. I don't know what time yet. Probably sometime in the afternoon, about the same time we started today. Maybe 1:30 or 2. But that's it, and I'll see you all later.